dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Hey man, welcome back to the Midnight Hustle podcast. I'm DieHard Derek. So I went to the movies recently. My son Nico was like, "Hey dad, let's go catch a flick." And I was like, "All right, yeah, cool. What do you want to see?" And we ended up seeing this movie called Emily the Criminal, starring Aubrey Plaza. Yeah, that's her name. And that movie was already on my radar. I had seen it. I'm a big movie junkie, so my Twitter feeds and shit like that. A lot of movie stuff pops up, a lot of trailers and teasers, release dates and stuff, posters, people promoting the movie. Although nobody's heard about this movie because the studio did a lousy job promoting it. Nobody knows. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now because you've never heard of this movie. You heard about it now, word of mouth. Same thing with my son. Same thing with Nico. He heard about the movie because I had told him about it. Hey, Aubrey Plaza's got this movie coming out where she plays a criminal. I think it'll be cool to check out. But my intention was to check it out when it came out on streaming or was like a Redbox rental. Like I can get it for $2.99 in the Redbox. I don't have to go to the. I was not going out of my way to the movies to go see this shit. So, but Nico's like, hey man, let's go to the movie. And we've seen a lot of the summer blockbusters on the big screen. This one I didn't feel warranted the big screen, and I'm not trying to shit on independent films. It's just, it's pricey. It's fucking, even though it's $5 Tuesday, they murdered me at the concession stands. I mean, murder. It was like $57 in concessions. It was fucking ridiculous. But whatever, right? Wanted to go to the flick. I thought we were going to go see Bullet Train for a third time. That movie with Brad Pitt. That shit is hysterical. Go watch that. We've seen it twice already. It's like a Tarantino movie. Fucking funny, a lot of action. You definitely dig that one. I'm not doing a review on that now. It's too late. But this movie, Emily the Criminal, I was interested, and I like Aubrey Plaza. But when I say I like Aubrey Plaza, it's not. I don't know enough of her work. I don't follow Aubrey Plaza's filmography like that. Like I saw her in a couple of movies. She was cute and sexy, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll check out Aubrey Plaza. Sure, why not? And I did. And I mean, but they were this. She was typecast to be like the bad, dirty girl that hung out with the good girls. But she was the bad influence one. But I fucking dug that. I was like, ooh, nice. She made like for a while. She made like top 5 in my Celebrity Spank Bank. But here's the thing. Let me explain to you about the Celebrity Spank Bank before I start getting into this Emily the criminal review. Celebrity Spank Bank is weird because everybody always asks you. They'll ask you, "Hey, who's your celebrity crush? Who's that one celebrity that your significant other will let you go out there and mess around with because that's your dream. That's the fantasy. The I don't like it because to me the dream and the fantasy is always unattainable. So why tease myself with that fake lie that'll never come true? Never, except once. Except one. Yo. Yo, all right. So I shit. Okay. I had an encounter in the late 90s. When I say encounter, I'm not talking sexual. It may have turned sexual had the night progressed or advanced. I mean, I didn't even get to the night, all right? It's an A-list celebrity, Academy Award winning actress. I'm not telling this fucking story now, but swear to God. Listen, if I told this story, you would look like, get the fuck out of here. Bullshit. Lies. Swear to God. This is a dead ass story. Swear to God. And the thing is, as stupid as the story may sound, I'm throwing myself under the bus because I fucked everything up. So like that's people like, well, you be telling a bigger lie if you made it seem like you got it. I'm just like, oh God, Dude, I'm telling you something that happened because of the status of the person that it happened with. Um, you might think, yeah, you're reaching now. And it's not. It's just, I swear to God, this is what happened. But I'm not telling the story. So I know you're pissed off. I know you're looking at this now like, dude, tell the fucking story. I'm not doing that. No. Here's what I'll do. If you want to hear the story, I'll tell the story here on the the Midnight Hustle podcast. I'll tell that story, but I need you guys to subscribe. I want you guys to guess in the comments, and I also want you to beg in the comments, like, yo, even if you're like, yo, you're full of shit. You almost had an opportunity with an A-list Academy Award winning actress, and I want your guesses. I want you to be like, yo, come on, tell the story. Please tell the story. Beg me to tell the story on another podcast. And I swear to God, I'll find a reason. I'll find a spot. I may even just do a short fucking episode talking about what happened. That's it. Yeah. I'll do that. It'll be a special edition. But you gotta beg for it in the comments. You have to beg for it in the comments. And I know I want to see some guesses too. That it'll be funny. Um, and for the record, again, like nothing sexual happened. It was a chance, an opportunity, and I dropped the ball and kicked it away. But it's funny. Like, look, I'll tell the story another time. You got to beg for it, and again, show me some of your who you think it might be. Again, this happened about 1999. So back to the Celebrity Spank Bank, and yes, obviously, obviously, I got to get into the Emily the criminal review. I'm gonna talk about this movie, but I gotta cover the Celebrity Spank Bank first. So again, I don't do that because it's unattainable. That's what I'm teasing myself, man. That's a fantasy that's never gonna fucking happen. I don't want to do that to myself. But you always have like the one. So if somebody asks you the question, you're like, Jennifer Lopez or whoever, right? But because I'm from Brooklyn, everything is always top five. You hang out with your boys, like, yo, top five hip hop artists of all time, top five Yankee shortstops of all time, top five horror movies of all time. So there's always five, right? You always got to come up with five. And so when it comes to my Celebrity Spank Bank, I was like, all right, and I would treat them like contenders to my Dick Championship. It's like these are the top five celebrity chicks that have an opportunity to win all this fucking sexiness and shit like that in my fantasy world. I'm the top prize. Um, but my thing is that my top five always changes. It always changes. It's never like a consistent top five. It's always like um it's like an Amazon shopping cart, right? It's like you're on Amazon and you're shopping around for shit and you're looking for something, and then on the bottom, like you put in in the search bar what you're looking for, but the bottom will have a scroll. It will like, hey, since you're looking for that, you may also like boom boom boom, and then if you click it and you add it to your cart, that's a commitment. That's a commitment. Like you're about to buy, and then you can step out right after. You have that. That's like having that relationship, and you fuck around for a little while, and she thinks it's boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, yo, we didn't get that far yet. Like we're not exclusive. Like we're just we seeing each other, but we're not committed. That's the shopping cart on Amazon. But then you can make a list of your booty calls, right? These are the ones that I'm gonna come back to, and at some point I'm gonna reach out. Like if I have that lonely moment, or like I have an impulse buy, I'm gonna go to my list and use one of those things. So my top five was like that. My top five, for a long time, like back then, it was like Angelina Jolie when she was in Tomb Raider and Gone in 60 Seconds. Like her lips were like she didn't look like a skeleton with a zipper skin suit on. She looked like Angelina fucking Jolie. Like wow, like she was up there. But as she got higher in status, it just got like and then she adopted a bunch of kids, and I was like, what? I don't know. Um, but then also Also, I had like Megan Fox. Megan Fox was like a Hulk Hogan. Like she held that title for years on end. She was that number one. Like I saw her in Transformers. You know that scene when Shia LaBeouf is like trying to drive her home in the shitbox Bumblebee car, and he's playing and Bumblebee's fucking around with the radio and and putting on love songs and shit like that. And then she's like, "Yo, this fucking thing ain't driving. I, I'm a grease monkey. Pop the hood. Let me see what's going on underneath." And then she leans in. Fucking Megan Fox like leans over Bumblebee. Her ass is popping out. Like, I don't know. She probably had like Daisy Dukes on and a half cut tank top, fucking belly button. She's sweating and yo, she was fucking flawless. Flawless. Ridiculous. And then on top of that, like she didn't change. Like she still looks like that today. Today. But she's not in the number one position anymore. She slipped down a couple of notches. Um, and like, listen, I'm not to be an asshole. I don't want to say I'm shallow, but this is for fucking fantasy, right? This is your spank bank. I don't want to go in. I'm not doing research and recon, and I want to find out about all your humanitarian award. Like, I'm not fucking judging Miss America. I'm thinking about I'm whacking off, and I need something to keep my fucking head in the game for the next 5 minutes. That's it. I'm looking at the outside. I'm nothing. So like for when I was a teenager, like in early 20s, Pamela Anderson was like the reigning heavyweight champion. And then I didn't watch Baywatch. That wasn't my jam or nothing like that. But she was doing like press for barbed wire. And then the minute I heard her speak, I was like, ugh. And it's not that she said anything wrong. I don't know. It was just like that voice. It took me out of the moment. It didn't match the fantasy that I had in my head all those years. Like I said, I didn't watch Baywatch. I don't know what she sounds like. I'm just looking at all her Playboy magazines, right? And obviously the pages don't speak. So I'm looking at her, and in my head, I created a voice. When she opened her mouth, that was not the voice I expected. Fuck things up for me, man. Like, ugh. Okay. Kind of happy with Megan Fox. Megan Fox fucking slipped when I found out she married Brian Austin Green. You know who that is? That's the dude from Beverly Hills 90210, the young guy. Yo, so there were like four dudes on that show. He was number four. Megan Fox she must have grown up a big Beverly Hills 90210 fan. She fucking fangirled out when she got to Hollywood. Again, allegedly, just assuming here. This is the story I told myself. It's a story that that in my head I told her when I had to break the news to her that she was no longer number one. I was like, "Hey, look, sit down. I need to talk to you. Listen, you've done great. You were a fucking phenomenal champion. You held that spot with pride. But there's a new champ. All right, I need you to put somebody else over." But I don't understand why. I mean, I still look the same. I'm gorgeous. I'm flawless. Why? Well, you fucked Brian Austin Green, the dude from Beverly Hills 9. Listen, if it was Luke Perry, high fives. That's my girl. Get that shit. Yes. Jason Priestley, like, all right. What? But he was the second. He was the other dude. He was the lead. Ian Ziering, oh, that's third string quarterback, man. That's third. Oh, but you went Brian Austin Green. That's lower than that's low. That's number four. You settled for last place. Oh, yeah. But Brian Austin Green, yo, shout out to you, guy. First of all, you scored Megan Fox in her fucking prime. In her prime, dude. Good for you. Because you know damn well she was out of your league. You know it. Dude, you fucking know it. Look at her, look at you. Then now look at her. Look at you again. And look at her. Real quick, look at you, look at her. No. No. Not at all. Not look, when she fucked you the first time, she woke up the next morning and looked over. She was like, "Oh, man, I fucked Brian Austin Green." Ah. And then Brian Austin Green, knowing that she was out of his league, was like, haha, joke's on you. I left a souvenir. You're pregnant. Yep. So you're sticking around at least 9 months. And then he did it twice, I think. I don't know. Let's just say he did it twice. So no matter what happens, they have a child together, and she will always be in his life. Always. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad decision. Like, that's no disrespect to Brian Austin Green, but it's just saying you're making fun. You could have had anybody. You chose Brian Austin Green? Then Brian Austin Green's like, yup. Yeah, fucking yay. Yeah. Yeah, she did. Damn right. Took my seed. Mm-hmm. Man. Made me feel like I had a chance. It's like, fuck, if I would have known she was reaching that low. Guy, girl, Megan, right here. Now she's with Machine Gun Kelly, right? Yeah, I don't know much about Machine Gun Kelly. Like I don't listen to his. It's not that I don't like his music. I don't know his music. I don't follow him. I respect him as an artist. I've heard him. I've saw him. I think he played on one of these award shows. He came out and did like just jamming his guitar, like I want to say Jack White or somebody like that. He's good. He's a good artist. I just don't follow his shit. Um, but now he's with her. I I, I don't know. I mean, do they fit? He's a big rock star, so yeah, I guess so. That's like Pam and Tommy. But yeah, but her decisions kind of had me like, okay. And plus, she was in that spot for a long time. It was time for somebody else to fill that spot. So right now, my number one. And here's the funny thing about the number one. I know. Calm the fuck down. I know you're like, yo. The title says Emily, Emily the Criminal Review. It's coming. Just shut the fuck up. It's my podcast. Let's talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Um. So my number one right now is Anna de Armas. You probably seen her in the James Bond movie. She was just in the Gray Man. Um. What else? She was in War Dogs. She was like Miles Teller's wife. She was in Hands of Stone. So I'm running down a filmography for a reason because you people right now, general public, probably you're just learning about her. Like she's got a movie coming on Netflix where she's playing Marilyn Monroe soon. I think it's called Blonde, and it's supposed to be like really explicit. She had this movie on Hulu or Amazon Prime where she was Ben Affleck's wife and he loved her so much he would just let her go out and fuck anybody. That's crazy. First, I mean, that's crazy, but I'm glad they cast her for that role because, oh, did it help the fantasies? Yup. Yeah. And I've been following her since she did this movie with Keanu Reeves called Knock Knock. I think it's an Eli Roth movie. Been following her since then. So I had to check out her age back then because I was like, yo, I can't be jagging into no fucking teens. That is not my listen. I got a daughter. I am not. You got to be age appropriate. So I pulled her. I was like, oh, but really? Okay, bet. So she's good. She's clearing. She passed clearance. Claro. Um, but yeah, so she's been up there for some time, and you guys are just getting vibing. And I think she was nominated for an Oscar for Knives Out or whatever the fuck. But yo, she's good. She's good. I dig it. And she's a good actress, really good actress, doing action and shit now. But right now, she holds that number one spot. Um, but it's hey, here's the funny part. Like everybody will always ask a dude what his list is, right? That fantasy spank bank list. They're always gonna ask, yo, so who's on your list, right? But your wife will always ask too. And then she's like, your wife don't give a fuck. She's like, yo, let Anna the Armas, whatever the fuck her name is, let Megan Fox, the Jennifer Lopez, let all five of them come at the same time and let them deal with you. She's like, go, go, get the fuck out of here. But it don't work the same way for guys at all. It doesn't because you don't want to know who your wife is fantasizing about. You never ask that question. Like you would never go to your wife, and if you do, you're an asshole. Okay, so you never go to your wife like, yo, so who's your celebrity crush? Like if you encountered that person was into it, and he was like I would have to reciprocate your hall pass for you to go fuck around with that actor. And you don't even say your top five. That's where Brooklyn comes out the question because like yo, one's enough. I don't want to hear about five. Don't. And you ask her, right? And no matter who she says, that's it. It's over. There's a cancellation coming. She could be like Ryan Gosling, and Ryan Gosling is a damn good looking guy and a damn good actor. Yo, I love Ryan Gosling. Gray Man, Drive, fucking The Nice Guys, Crazy Stupid Love, La La Land. Dude, I can go on and on. The Ides of March. Yo, I love Ryan Gosling. That dude is so fucking cool. Such a good actor. But if my wife sat there, she was like, yo, Ryan Gosling gets me moist. That's it. That's it. Ryan Gosling gets canceled in my house. No more fucking on the yo. If he pops up, I got put a block on Google. Like Ryan Gosling not allowed to come up. Nothing. We're walking in the stores and there's Ryan Gosling on a tabloid. I gotta run over there and rip up the paper. You didn't see none of that. Fuck Ryan Gosling. Meanwhile, I want to watch a Ryan Gosling movie, but you done fucked it up because you over here say that he makes you moist. Yeah, dudes don't want to hear that shit at all. Negative. Nope. Uh-uh. So that's my spank bank. That's the celebrity spank bank. Um, how did I get there? Oh, because Aubrey Plaza. Because there were times that she was so okay. So Aubrey Plaza. Wait, her name's not Aubrey. Is it Aubrey Plaza? I don't even fucking know. Aubrey Plaza is her name. What? The girl from of the movie we're about to review. Calm the fuck down. All right. Okay. All right. Here it is. Here it is. So Aubrey Plaza, she had done a movie. Again, I don't watch her fucking movies, but she had done a movie with Zac Efron and Robert De Niro. I think it's called Bad Grandpa. Robert De Niro, he's like on the last stretch of life. I think, he misses his wife. She's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna party my ass off till I drop dead. His grandson is his chauffeur, takes him around. Again, I'm probably fucking up the plot. All right. The point that I'm trying to make is during their adventure, Zac Efron and Robert De Niro end up like in South Beach during spring break. And Aubrey Plaza, fuck, I hope that's her name. I should look it up. Aubrey is in the fucking she's like a college student, right? And the whole movie she's trying to fuck Robert De Niro. And it's one of the yeah, it is Aubrey Plaza. Okay. I want to make sure I wasn't talking about like a porn star or I say Aubrey Edwards, the fucking AEW referee. You're like, wait a minute, who the fuck is he talking about? All right, it's Aubrey Plaza. So she's in that movie, and the whole movie, she's a college girl on spring break trying to fuck Robert De Niro, the bad grandpa. Like she's getting turned on with his antics as this badass, cynical old man, and she's trying to fuck him the whole movie. And at the end of the movie, I think like he can come close to fucking her, and that's when they have that moment where he looks at her, he's like, "You want to fuck me? You want to fuck me? I got a granddaughter your age. That's probably not a good look. And my dick, it just doesn't work like it used to. You're a good girl. Find somebody your age. All right? All right? Yeah, do that. Probably. My grandson's your age. Fuck him. Think about me. You can look at me while you're fucking him. All right? Okay. And then she's like, oh my God, you're so sweet. You're so cute and adorable. Thank you for teaching me that life lesson before I made just a mistake that would follow me on forever and ever and ever, which they should have done. Like they should have done that. There's always a fucking good moral in these movies where right before they make that mistake, they have that moment of enlightenment, and I'm tired of seeing that shit. Make the fucking mistake and then show me the next 15 years of regret. Like, let her fuck Robert De Niro in the movie, and then she's like, wow, that bad decision led to another bad domino effect of bad decisions. And 15 years later, Robert De Niro's already dead, and she's a fucking cashier at a supermarket. And she's looking back at just like her life's decisions that got her there. It all started when I fucked that old man in South Beach just to make my friends laugh. I was young and stupid. I don't know why women always use that fucking excuse, being young and stupid. Even when they're old, they're like, I was young and stupid. I'm like, bitch, you're 60. Yeah, but this was when I was in my 40s. I'm like, wait a minute. What? Anyway, I'm not even sure. Oh, so Aubrey Plaza was super like, yo, she had the fuck me eyes in those movies. Like, she was legit trying to seduce Robert De Niro that whole flick. And she would do the thing like the pouty lips and the fuck me eyes. Um and it's just like the straight hard eye fuck. And then I guess she got known for doing that because she was the bad girl in other movies. I don't know, she might have like done a movie with Anna Kendrick or something like that. I don't fucking know. And she did, she would do the pouty lips and the eye fuck, right? And eye fuck. Like, Apple hears this podcast like, oh, that's a great idea. Coming out in 2023, the brand new iFuck 13 with our celebrity spokesperson, Aubrey Plaza. Please show them about the new iFuck and all of its features. Fucking, sign me up. It's one less fucking one step closer to the fantasy. But yeah, so the funny thing is, a couple of years later, she went from playing the college girl trying to fuck the old man in South Beach to playing the mom of the kid that gets the Chucky doll in the Child's Play remake. So she went from hot college grad or whatever, hot college girl, Girls Gone Wild college girl, to fucking MILF. I'm like, all right, well, that was a fast time jump. But because of that, because of her eye fucks, yeah, I was like, yeah, no, put her on the list at number 5. That, like, she's not gonna climb higher than that. She's not gonna reach Megan Fox, Anna de Armas status, but she's an honorable mention with the pouty lips and the eye fucks. But yeah, so when Nico was like, hey, let's go check out Emily the Criminal, the eye fuck, I was like, she'll probably eye fuck somebody in this movie because she's desperate. Because in the movie, she becomes a criminal because she's hard up for money. She's deep in student debt. She's like 70 grand deep. Like, she calls them up like, hey, I just made a $400 payment. They're like, yeah, it all went to interest. She's like, oh. And I figured, when you hear something like that, she's like, well, it's time to start an OnlyFans. I fuck the shit out of you on this webcam show. That's not what this movie's about. What it's about, like I said, she's in debt, but she has a criminal record, and it's not even severely criminal, which is the funny thing. She just has a record. So the movie starts out with her, like a tight shot of her face, and she's at a job interview. And it's your basic job interview. You just hear the questions coming from the guy that's interviewing her. And then she's like just looking at the camera like, yep, yeah, whatever you say. Yes, I'm a great team player. I meet deadlines and I put my job first and all the right answers just to get the job, which is usually a fucking lie to begin with, okay? Because I hate job interviews, man. I hate it because you go in there and you have to be fake as fuck so they like you and hire you. And once you got the job in the bag, then the savage comes out. Always happens. You're already starting that relationship on a bad foot by lying about who you are at the interview. That's why this scene is so good, because while she's there, she's answering the questions. giving him all the right answers. And then he's like, well, is there anything else you'd like to tell us? And she's like, yeah, let me be honest here. Let me throw myself in front of the train here to show you how much I want this job, how committed that I'm not going to hold anything back, and I'm going to be upfront and honest. I had a DUI. He goes, oh, tell me about that. And she's like, well, I went to a party with some friends and we were all drinking. We all got fucked up. I didn't drink as much as them. So I said, look, you all are drunk. I'm not as drunk as you. I'll drive. And it was a bad decision. I got pulled over and I'm very sorry about that. And the guy's like, oh, well, thank you for sharing that with me. What else? She's like, what else? And yo, her face starts changing. It's just like, she's like, what do you mean, what else? Meanwhile, literally seconds ago, she was sucking this dude's asshole and giving him all the right answers. And then it's just turned from, the fuck? And he's like, well, if we were to do a background check on you, what else would we find? And she starts biting her lip. She's like, I'm like, no, pouty lips. Don't bite the pouty lips. You're gonna deflate them. Oh, fuck. Okay. So she's like, I got a felony record for aggravated assault. He goes, yes. Tell us about that. She said, nah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that. So we don't know. We figured like the DUI was as bad as it gets, right? Dude had already ran a background check on her. And now the felony pops up. Now her entire demeanor fucking changes. And she's like, oh, so you knew already. Why are you playing these games? Like, she legit says it. Why are we playing these games? Okay. You're over here. You're acting real fucking nice. But then you already had that in front. Why didn't you just lead with that? Why are we fucking around now? Now, why are you trying to embarrass me? Yo, let me tell you something. I have been to numerous job interviews, and every time I went to a job interview, I needed that fucking job. I was either out of work or I was miserable at the job I was at. So I've never been to a job interview where it where like I had zero fucks whether I got the job or not. I could just like I can talk to them the way I'm talking right now at that job interview and not give a fuck whether they hire me or not. Like why submit the resume? Why waste your time going there if you just be like, yo, whatever. Here, what's your questions? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I've worked. Yeah, what do you want to hear? That I mean, not that I would be like that on the regular with people, but just with a chip on my shoulder. It's fucking amazing. So she's like, you know what? Fuck you and fuck this place. Fuck everybody in here. Okay. I don't even want to work here. This kind of place, shit. This is not the kind of place I want to work. This is how you're gonna treat me. Fuck you. And she's walking out. She turns around for her. You know what? And she snatches the folder of the background check off the guy's head. She's like, "Give me my shit." Meanwhile, he ran the background check. She didn't bring that to him. He did it himself. She's like, "Give me that fucking folder." Fucking hysterical, man. And it wasn't meant to be hysterical. It was meant to show. Literally, the opening scene is showing the shit she goes through on a regular basis and why it's got her mentally just at a fucking breaking point. So then so she has to go back to her old job. She goes back, and what she's doing, she's working like in a catering company. Like people put in these food orders, these corporate places put in food orders, and she's got to fulfill it. So she's got like these big trays, these tin trays of like fucking lasagna and chicken parm and whatever the fuck, just a bunch of shit. And, she got the sternos and she got to put it in the heat bag so that it stays warm. She drives it, drives it in the company truck. Then she's got to go to these fucking high class companies, and these people are watching her like she's beneath them because she's serving them. She's in this big glass conference room and this fucking where everybody's making six figures. They're looking down at her. It's like, ugh, look at her, peasant serving food. And she's pulling out the bag, putting the sternos, going over the order, making sure that everything's right. And not getting respect, man. A job's a job. But she's not getting respect. She's like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out. And plus, I'm not making money. I gotta get the fuck out of here. So, you just see that struggle, man. You see that desperation. She makes the call to find out about the student loan, and that's when they tell her, yeah, all that money went to interest. She's like, nothing went to principal, so I'm still like my balance hasn't dropped at all. And you just see her struggling, just like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And from the opening scene, you already know that her options are limited. They're limited because she's got the felony. She got the DUI and the felony. Nobody's gonna hire her. They're judging her. It's fucking horrible, but that's a hard fact. That's what really happens, right? So she ends up leaving. She's walking down the street one day. She bumps into a coworker, and the coworker's like, "Hey, listen, my kid has this thing going on. I would love to be there for the kid, but would you mind taking my shift?" She don't want to do it. Like, she fucking hates the job as it is, but she knows she needs the money. The shift, it'll help. It's OT. She's like, all right, yeah, I guess, yeah, fine, I'll take it, no problem. And he's like, oh, thank you so much, because this really means a lot to my kid. I want to be there for him. By the way, for doing me the solid, let me give you a hookup. And he's like, text this phone number, tell him you know me, and there's an opportunity to make $200 for an hour's worth of work. So again, you're like an hour's worth of 200, but like you giving hand jobs in the Walmart parking lot. That's, I mean, $200 is $200 when you broke like that. But I'm not judging. That's not what it was though. It's not, because then the movie would have been called Emily the Hooker. That's not what it was. Um, no. So she ends up going. She texted dude like, "Yo, Javier told me to hit you up." He's like, "Oh, come tomorrow at this time, this address." So she goes. And she gets there. When she gets there, like she's in a warehouse, and right off the bat, it's a warehouse full of stolen shit. They got like mink coats wrapped in plastic, big screen TVs and shit like that all over the place. Just all items, high priced luxury items and shit like that. So she walks in, they're like, "Yeah, who are you?" And she's like, "Oh, Javier sent me." And he's like, "All right, let me see your ID." And you're thinking, oh, because she's here, if she fucking decides to drop dime, they know where to find her, which is part of the thing. But the other thing was they were scanning her driver's license into the system so that way they could fucking change her name and change all her information there to match the fake credit cards they got. This was a credit card scam. So she goes into another room and she's sitting down there with a lot of other people who got their referrals. Like, yo, $200 for an hour's worth of work. I need it. Just a lot of people in there who are hard up for money. And that's when Theo Rossi comes in. If you don't know Theo Rossi is the brown dude who played Juice on Sons of Anarchy. He's got a very unique face. He's a character actor, but he's got like that face that you like. He's got like these wild bug eyes, and when he talks, it looks like he's like he's trying not to fanboy out with everybody else that he's working with on the set, and he's trying to hold in the laughter and the happiness. And he's just looking at you like this, and he's sucking his teeth in and trying to hide that smile, but his eyes are fucking popping out of his head, and he's an awkward fucking individual, man. Like, I don't even know what he on Sons of Anarchy. He was a Puerto Rican that was in a redneck biker gang, and I'm not calling him redneck, but I mean they were white. They like country. It was fucking redneck. Meanwhile, you had the Mayans and you had the black bikers and all that. He didn't even try over there. Not that we saw the origin story of Jews, but he was, I don't know what the fuck he did, but he was considered Puerto Rican on that show. And the real name Theo Ross. I'm thinking Italian. Just fucking let's find out real quick. Hang on, Theo Rossi. There we go. Here we go. Okay, Theo Rossi. Born June 4th, 1975, from Staten Island, New York. What else we got here? Boom, boom, boom. Full bio. What is he? Ancestry. Here we go. Okay. So, all right, he's Italian, obvious with the last name. Spanish, makes sense. He is brown. North African. Okay. I guess we're all North. If you ask any scientists, they're like, first man found in North Africa. Guess we're all North African. Or maybe 23 and me into Syrian and Lebanese. Okay. All right. See, I didn't know that because I was legit just about to go into not a rant, but I was just about to be like, oh, so Theo Rossi is playing a Lebanese guy in the movie. A Lebanese scammer, credit card scams is what he's doing. But I thought that he was playing Lebanese. I thought like before, like I thought he was Italian, Spanish, and then before they started production, he told the director, "Hey, let me go spend 2 weeks out with a bunch of Lebanese dudes so I could pick up their mannerisms and the language, and it could be make it more authentic." Um, but clearly he was just impersonating one of his uncles at a barbecue. So, and the reason I was bringing that up, I didn't know he was Lebanese. I had no idea because like he nailed it. He nailed it. Like he had studied the Lebanese people, and he fluffed up his afro a little bit. He had the fucked up sideburns because Indian people, a lot of them they have that. It's like buffalo hair. Shit just comes out, it covers their whole face, and then they can shape it up real nice. But then you got the other ones where their hair hasn't fully downloaded yet. It's just patchwork, just like spots, like they're having an outbreak of hair. So like in this movie, he's got the pork chop sideburns with the half beard trying to make a beard connect, but then he's got like patches that don't grow out. Like the patch that belongs, he's like growing out on his fucking cheekbone on the opposite side. It's a sloppy look. And not that he was like he tried to do whatever, man. I'm just saying I've seen Lebanese dudes that look just like that. But he also had the Lebanese accent down. Like he had the foreign accent, but also you know how when Lebanese dudes or a lot of foreigners do this where they end every sentence with yes, like a question yes. Like they're trying to get your validation for whatever they said, and they're also trying to coach you in answering in yes, right? So they're they're always trying to sell you some shit too. Like you like jacket. This is made from goat fur. You feel it, very nice, right? Yes, you like yes. Look, price for you, my friend. Price for you, special. Normally $600 for you, $599. Yes, you like touch, my friend. It's good stuff. You like yes, yes. So he does that the whole fucking in the entire movie, right? Everything's yes at the end, and he nailed it. But the point I was trying to make was is that I didn't know he was Lebanese. I thought this was like a couple of weeks ago. Don't worry, I'm gonna get back to the fucking review. Calm down. A couple of weeks ago, there was Hollywood tea being spilled. That John Leguizamo came out and he was bitching because there was a report that James Franco was cast in the role of I want to say it's Fidel Castro. Okay, I don't fucking care. But in woke America today, oh no, it's got to be authentic. If it's a Cuban guy, a Cuban has to play it. If it's a black guy has to play it. If it's an Asian person has to play it. And I'm like, who gives a fuck? I get it. It would make more sense, but who cares? Who gives a fuck? But then John Leguizamo, and I love John Leguizamo, man. But he came out on social media and he was like, yo, that shit's not right, man. Okay. No disrespect, no disrespect to my man John Franco. He's a good guy and all, but just because he's from Portugal doesn't mean that he should be out there and taking roles to play Fidel Castro. That's not right. There's other Latinos out there. They should be getting the opportunity to play that role. You know what I'm saying? But again, this is coming from Benny Blanco from the Bronx in Carlito's Way, who had no problem with Al Pacino, who's an Italian, playing a Puerto Rican gangster named Carlito Brigante. John Leguizamo, Benny Blanco from the Bronx, never said nothing about that. He like in the movie, he wasn't like, Mr. Brigante, excuse me, if I could just get 1 minute of your time, Mr. Brigante, I'm trying to start up my business on the street, and I'm right now it's called like Telemundo Romeo Santos Maximal motherfucker to the match. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Brigante, if I could just get 1 minute of your time, Mr. Brigante, I mean, hey, you're Puerto Rican. You say you're Puerto Rican, Mr. Brigante, but how come you look like Al Pacino, huh? Oh, you're not gonna answer that question, Mr. Brigante? Okay, all right, I'm gonna go make another Ice Age movie and maybe some Papa John's commercials. Okay, peace out. And it's just like he never said nothing. Never said a fucking thing about that. Like, yo, dude, that's hypocritical, man. Love you, John Leguizamo, Johnny Legs. But come on, dude, you over here bitching about James Franco playing Castro. You know what it is? I think Leguizamo was like, hey man, how come nobody wanted me to play Castro? I can fucking play Castro, guy. Come on, I can fucking be a dictator. It's fuck, man. You didn't even think about me. I didn't even, nobody even called my agent, man. You went right to James Franco. You're like, yo, come on. Stop. Enough. Enough. Dude, look, I love the movie Tropic Thunder. I love that movie's fucking hysterical, dude. Dude, that movie's so fucking funny. Okay? And one of the funniest things of that movie, one of the funniest elements of that movie, so fucking funny, it got nominated for Best Supporting Actor, is Robert Downey Jr. playing a method acted Australian actor who wants the role of a black man, so he has a pigmentation process done to his skin so he can look and be black. That shit is hysterical. It's fucking hilarious. But woke Hollywood will not allow that shit to happen right now. They would never allow that shit. At all. At all. Yo, Robert Iron Man would be fucking canceled. They would be like, yo, fuck that. Recast Tony Stark. Can't do it. Yo, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx has a movie that he's been shooting for years called All-Star Weekend. And in the movie, it's like an ensemble cast, people making cameos. Robert Downey Jr., they won't release it because in the movie, he plays a Mexican guy. So, that shit is funny. That's hysterical. I get it. The Fidel Castro movie's not a comedy. I get it. But so, that's why it's called acting. It's make-believe. It's make-believe. What are you so angry about? Shut the fuck up. Ugh. All right, anyway. Back to Emily the Criminal. So Theo Rossi comes in, right? This is still the beginning of the fucking movie. So Theo Rossi comes in. And he's like, Mike, okay, listen, what we do here is illegal, yes. Very illegal, could be dangerous, yes. If nobody wants to feel safe, you leave right now. It's okay. We don't hold nothing against you, but leave now. If you stay, that means you commit. You want to do this, yes? Okay. So for the $200, what they're basically doing, everybody gets their original license back. They get a gimmick license, a fake license with a new name and all that shit to match the fake credit card. He's like, look, you go to store, you buy item, you meet me in parking lot. You give me the item, I give you $200 in cash. Easy peasy. So she does it. She does it. And, you know, they build up tension with the music and shit like that. They fucking build it up. You think she's going to get caught, but she doesn't. You know, the card goes through. She put on a hat in the store, but it was the store's hat. So the security guard comes out. They do that in every movie where somebody's stealing something. Oh, all the movies. Where they go in and there's an object that they need to do something with. In this case, it was disguise. Some other place, it could be a fucking pen, right? And then they're stealing the big item and they get away with it. And while they're getting away, security guard goes, "Excuse me," like, "Oh shit, they're caught. Oh shit. Oh shit." But you know that it's just like, or you didn't pay for that Snickers bar. You didn't pay for that hat. Oh, I'm so sorry. I fucking lost track. I was focusing on the big screen TV that I was stealing. So obviously, so that happens. She goes and she gets the money. She gets to pay cash. Theo Rossi like, "We have another one again tomorrow. If you're interested, call. Yes, you call. You listen. You hold phone. You call. Same time. Bigger job, bigger risk, bigger money." So she fucking calls, yo. But in between that, she's got a friend. They got to give a little backstory to her debt. So she had gone to college to be an art student. She wanted to be an art major. She's a really good artist. She sketches. She does all this shit. She's very talented. But then she got into trouble, or the debt was piling up. She wasn't able to finish college. And because of the fucked up record that she had, the felony charge for aggravated assault, the DUI, she just couldn't get work. And then she dropped out of college, and she's got all the debt. So her friend graduated, reaping the reward. She's got this great fucking career. She said, "Oh my God, girl, let's get ready for drinks. Oh my God, I'm going to Portugal for 11 days. Shoot, it's gonna be so fucking crazy. But oh my God, it's only 11 days. But I'm good. We're doing a fashion cover and whatever the fuck she's doing, right? But she needs somebody to watch her dog. And since Aubrey Plaza, since Emily has no life and is harder for the money. Now she's a dog watcher too. She's like, yeah, I'll watch your fucking dog. She's like, oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, you're a fucking lifesaver. Listen, when I get back from my 11 days in Parch, I go, I want to talk to my boss, okay? Because I think you have so much talent. You should be working with us. So you should be. I want to talk to her because we're so fucking close. We're besties now. So when I get back from Portugal, I'll put in the good word for you, okay? Aubrey's like, yeah, oh, sure, whatever. That'd be great. I appreciate it. Next day comes and she goes to meet fucking Theo Rossi, whose name, by the way, they went very Lebanese. They went Youssef Hadid. Hadid. That's very like very stereotypical, very Lebanese. Like if you're in the fucking airport and you're going through the line, and you know when you get up to the guy and you got to show him your ID, and he looks at you, looks at the ID, looks at you, looks at the ID, looks at the ID, looks at you. Then he looks at the fucking guy, the next guy over in that he works with over there by the conveyor belt, and he's like, because it's you on the ID, but it says Hadid. If it says Muhammad or Hadid or any shit like that, where it sounds Lebanese, they're gonna be like, sir, can you step over here, please? And then we need to do a random check on you. All right. So that's the kind of name that they fucking profile on at the airport. Yes, sir, we're going to need to strip search you. Please take off your shoes. This rubber glove is going up your asshole. We just want to make sure you don't have any bombs, liquid explosives, or dynamite. You understand? We do this at random. You just happen to be random. You were the 2000th and 39th person. It's a random lottery, and congratulations, you won. You get these fingers in your asshole. Um, it was like when Obama became president, and they were like, we don't want Obama as president because they were a bunch of racist motherfuckers, but they were like, we fuck Obama. He's a Muslim and he's a terrorist. He's gonna be the president. Why? He's a terrorist. No, he's not. He's fucking. What are you talking about? His name's Obama. It sounds too much like Osama. Huh? What? Dude, Obama ate so much shit as president. Oh, look, I'm not trying to get into politics. I'm just saying Obama would have been racially profiled. He'd be like, but I'm black. And like, yeah, listen, Osama, get your ass over here. You're getting frisked. All right, I'm the president of the United States. I don't give a fuck what you're president of. Get off the line, Osama. But it's Obama. Exactly. What's your middle name? Hussein. We're checking you twice. We're checking you fucking twice. That's what would have happened. So anyway, so his name is Hadid. We're going to refer to Theo Rossi as Hadid for the rest of the podcast and the rest of the review. Next day she goes. Hadid's like, all right, very dangerous. Here's American Express Black Card. We're going to take you to a place that sells cars. Now, he's already a shady dude doing credit card scams. He's going to take her to another shady place that's clearly stealing cars, changing out the VIN numbers, and selling the cars, right? And you can buy them with credit cards. He explains to her, he's like, yeah, American Express Black Card, you must call bank for verification, large purchases. So you have 8 minutes. Pay, get the fuck out. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. So she does the whole fucking thing, and she gets the car. They build up the tension. It's really cool. She's watching the clock, and the guy's taking his sweet ass time, and she's watching the clock that's behind him. And the clock is ticking. She's got 8 minutes. Finally, she gets to the car. She's like, all right, time for me to go. And then the dude that walks her out to the car gets called on the cell phone. And obviously, they're like, yo, hold that bitch right there. This shit ain't right. And she's like, yeah. We need you to come back. Please come back upstairs. We need to finish paperwork. We forget something. And she's like, nah, I think I'm good. I'm going to leave. So he grabs her and they start fucking fighting. He busts her nose open. And then she pulls out the pepper spray. And the guy's, and then there's like a little car chase. And she fucking gets away, right? She goes and she meets with Theo Rossi, Hadid, and she's like, fuck. She throws the keys at, boom, give me my fucking money. She got a busted nose. She's bleeding everywhere. Give me my fucking money. And he goes, I told you, this is very dangerous. You didn't have to do this. Blah, blah, blah. And he starts to feel bad for her because she could have easily like crumbled. Like he gets respect for her. He feels bad for what she went through, but he's got the respect because she could have crumbled and dropped dime on everybody, or the cops could have come. She could have been locked up, and she fought her way out and still got the car. Still got the fucking car, right? So he respects that. Goes back to the apartment. He starts flirting with her a little bit. Oh, I teach you how to put ice on your nose. Yes. She's like, I need to fucking learn how to put ice on my nose. No. But he does anyway, and she's just entertaining the idea because she's lonely, and she knows that if she doesn't grab hold of her emotions, that this opportunity is gonna slip. And if she can just she needed this slap in the face. She needed this incident to happen to let her know, yo, this is not as easy as it looks. You got to be prepared for some shit when it goes down, which is starting to put her into that criminal mindset. All right, be prepared. Get a better weapon. You may have to fight back. This shit ain't gonna. This is gonna get to like heat. Like I may have to shoot out with the cops. Just get the fuck out of here. Like she's already thinking, right? She doesn't say that, but you know what's going on in that head. So Hadi is a little fucking, he's very impressed with her, very impressed. But she wants more. She starts getting greedy, right? She starts getting fucking greedy. She's like, no, 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 no. Hey, fuck that. I want to learn what you do. He's like, what, my friend? No, you can't do that. She's like, no, 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 no. Listen, I want to make some big money. Remember that scene in Scarface after they do the hit of Rebenga? Rebenga! And they fucking jig him up. After that, and then Pacino's washing dishes. He's like, yo, I just killed this fucking guy in the camp, and this is what you gave me. I'm washing dishes. But then Omar pulls up in the fucking Lincoln Town car with his friend, and they trying to give Al Pacino and Manny. They trying to give Scarface and Manny the next job. And he's like, you fucking kidding me? You make that look, and you say Colombians. He said, don't call me no fucking dishwasher, man. Ain't no fucking dishwasher. And then F. Murray Abraham, he's Omar. He's like, oh, big man, you want to make some big money. You know anything about cocaine? And Pacino gives him that fucking look. He's like, huh? Dígame. He's like, yo. He's like, yeah, 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 yeah. And what you kidding me, man? Of course I know about fucking cocaine. So that's like this scene here. Like she did the Rebenga hit by getting the car, and now she's like, yeah, I want to make some money. Okay, yeah, yeah, dígame. I'm gonna fucking tell you right now. I got some fucking ideas. Teach me how to make them cards. He's like, what? He's like, look, you got your shit going on with your cousins. That's good, but I can't be waiting day to day to day. I want to do more. I want to be in on this operation. So Theo Hadidi fucking takes her like to the warehouse. He opens up the little fucking, the cabinet. He breaks out the Fisher Price, my first credit card scam kit, and he's like, "Here, you take this home. Let me show you how to make these cards." And it looks like the fucking like the slide projector that the teachers would bring in to the classroom before they had like DVDs and shit. Like it was the round thing, and they would have to individually put the fucking slides in the slot and then crank it, and the fucking picture would come up. Like, okay, so as you can see, X, Y, and Z do this and that and the other thing. Can we go to slide two? And another one just fucking pops up. So they're doing that, but it's credit cards. Like, put it in there, you line it up, and she's trying to figure it out, but she starts getting good at it, right? She's like, look, I'm gonna make this money on the side. It'll be the side hustle. I'll make these cards. I'll sell the product. I'll bring it to you, and we split it. That. So you start seeing her like working the cards. All that shit's happening, right? And she starts making deals. She starts buying product. Dude's like, yo, listen, remember you are working with fraudulent credit cards. Do not go to the same place twice in the same week. Don't do it. Red flags, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that. So she starts going around buying some product and then selling it like in the parking lot. Big black dudes come up like, yo, 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 where's the fucking the big screen TVs? She's like, yeah, yeah, 600. He goes, nah, I think you said three. She's like, no, I said six. And then, nah, I think three sounds better. She's like, you know what? Fuck you. Yeah. And then she starts getting real gangster. And those dudes start respecting her. Like she gets fucking instant street cred. But meanwhile, we're watching her get deeper into the game and becoming a boss of her own. Like holding her own. No backup, no nothing. Yo, it was pretty fucking cool, right? She got the street cred. She had like clientele. Now she's big in like she fucking would bring a truck to unload in another truck. She was selling fucking shit like really well. So her friend is about to go out of town. She's got to go to Portugal, right? Where the fuck Peru? Wherever they're doing the artsy shoot. She's like, oh, you know, watch my dog, right? She's like, yeah, I want your dog. She brings the dog over to the house. Gives the dog treats, lets the dog sleep with her and all this other shit. She starts getting a little sloppy though. She tries to sell some merch, waiting for the dude. Hey, you still got the merch? Texting back and forth. Yeah, I got the merch. Come over. Where the fuck are you? Why are you so late? Oh, we hit traffic. So she goes downstairs, right? And she sees like a suspect truck. And she's looking at the truck. She's like, hey, is that you in the truck? No response. She's like, fuck this is shit. I'm going back to my apartment, which was stupid to have somebody come to your apartment anyway. But so the guy and his lady that are in the truck get out the truck, like, hey, it's us. Hey, it's us. I'm sorry. We were trying to text you back. We were in the car. She's like, all right, wait right there. She's like, no. We'll come with you. She's like, no, don't come with me. Don't like, you know, she's getting fucking robbed. Like, you know, they're not legit. So they force their way into the apartment. Dude puts her down, puts a fucking box cutter next to her throat while the meth head girlfriend's raiding the house. Where's the money? Oh shit, and the dog? I'm taking that dog too. The whole time you don't see what's going on. All you see is a tight shot of Aubrey Plaza's face with the razor at her throat and her emotion just changing. Dude, it was dope. It was so good. It's like in Reservoir Dogs when Mr. Blonde is cutting the cop's ear off and Tarantino pans away. Like, we don't need to see it. It's theater of the mind. Now, I don't need to see this other chick raiding the house because what she's knocking shit over. Oh, well, dog, I'm gonna take the dog too. Here's the money. No, I'm watching Aubrey Plaza's motion change because what you're seeing in her face is not the fact that she's getting robbed. She's like, yo, I've been busting my ass. They're taking my friend's dog. But all that money was going to get me out of debt. That's my hard work. That's my criminal empire. And you're taking it from me. And you just see the emotion change in her fucking face. And they leave. And she's like, yo, I could sit here and cry, or I could fucking fight. So she gets the fucking taser that Hadid gave her. She goes downstairs. These fucking criminals got to be the dumbest criminals ever. They're sitting in the fucking car outside of her apartment complex. She just rolls up the window, zaps this motherfucker in the neck. The girl tries to leave. Yo, she pulls up Robert De Niro, throws on the ground, snatches her fucking money, grabs the dog again, takes girls on the fucking floor. She's like, I'm gonna fucking fry you with this thing. Takes her wallet, pulls the Bobby D from Goodfellas. She's like, hey, you might know who we are, but we know who you are. And she's like, you fucking come back to my house. Now I know where you live too. She gets real fucking gangster. Goes back into the house. You start like, holy shit. You're like, she's for real. So she fucking, the friend comes back into town. She's like, hey, man, I'm having this party at my house. Why don't you come over? You meet some people. You can network. People in the industry. Maybe they can help you out get a job. So they're a bunch of snooty motherfuckers. And they're like, so what do you do? And she don't do nothing. She's going to say, I cater food. I deliver chicken cutlets. So she goes, I'm into credit card fraud. They're like, huh? Well, so she knows she don't even fit, right? So what's her passion? Excuse me. Her drawing, everything that she wants to do. Like she just doesn't fit in that world anymore. She fits more in the criminal world. And she starts getting lonely at the party. Like she got nobody to talk to. Like her friend isn't even there. Like it's her party, but she's like mingling, and Emily's got to fend for herself. So she calls Hadid up. She's like, "Yo, why don't you come to this party, hang out with me for a little while? Cause I don't know anybody here." So the dude pops up. He's looking around. He's meeting people, and he leans into her like, you want me to make believe I'm your boyfriend? Yes." She's like, yeah, whatever. That's cool. So he starts hitting it off because like he's developing feelings for her and for her for him too, right? She's like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. They go downstairs and like once they leave the party, she's like push me up against the wall. Blah, blah. She gives him the I fuck eyes, the I fuck. Like it had to happen to somebody. Like, yo, you book Aubrey Plaza. There's got to be at least one scene with an I fuck. So he pushes. So Theo Hadidi pushes her up against the wall, She gives him the eye fuck, the pouty lips. He starts to peel the panties and all this other shit, and then he fade to black. Because I don't know if he fucked her in the alley. I doubt it. But they woke up in her bed, and she wakes up like Megan Fox, looking at Brian Austin Green, like, oh man, okay. So Hadid gets up, right? He starts telling him about his dreams. He's like, yo, I don't want to do this credit card scamming thing no more. I want to be a landlord. You know, I want to have rental properties and all this shit. He's got one that he's working on. He's like, what about you? If you had money, what would you do? She's like, I'd get the fuck out of it. I pay my debts. I travel the world. I always want to live in another country. I want to do that for like a year. It's like, oh, you should do that. She's like, fuck, I'm working on it. That's what you think we're doing right now. So he's like, oh, can you do me a favor? She's like, oh, fuck, all right. Yeah, I'll do you a favor. So the next day or that day, whatever it was, he was going to go visit his mother. And he wanted to like introduce her, not as a girlfriend, but as a female companion friend. Like, you know, hey, mom, this is like, could be the future. He visits her, right? They go to visit the mom and they're sitting at the table and they're eating. And she's like, so tell me about you. What do you do? My son's such hard worker, yes? Such a good guy and always work, never have time for ladies. But I'm so glad you're in his life. Yes? Yes. Okay. Very nice. It's like, it becomes like almost like Borat, right? And Emily's like, "Oh, I'm not doing much right now. I'm still trying to figure it out." She goes, "Oh, but you're so pretty, so smart. You could be anything. You'd be like Emily the accountant, or Emily the model, or Emily." And I don't know, like she just starts ranting off a bunch of Emily the. It's trying to get you, the viewer, to be like, "Yeah, she could be Emily the artist, or Emily the this, or Emily, but she is Emily the criminal, right?" But the mother still goes, "You could be Emily the manager of Panera Bread, or you can be Emily, the stock girl at GameStop, but you know, she's just like fucking like, all right, we get it. So the mother goes in to go get some more food, and then Hadid's fucking other crooked cousins come through. And he goes, oh, so you fucking stupid bitch, yes? Again, remember, everybody with the yes at the end of their sentences. You fucked his stupid bitch, yes? That is your girl now? Huh? Now you fuck the employees? And she's like, yo, motherfucker, like, it's not even like that. You need to shut your mouth and show me some respect. He goes, oh, respect? He pulls out the iPhone. He's like, we fucking told you. We told you, don't go to the same place twice in 1 week. Now you're flagged. And he pulls up a video. She's like, fuck, I fucked up. I got greedy. She starts seeing her mistakes that she made. Like, she made the mistake of trying to do that switcheroo at her apartment, and then they forced themselves in. So she's getting sloppy. Now she did the thing where she went twice in 1 week, and you know she's so desperate to make the money that she's making criminal mistakes. So they start giving it to Hadid. Ah, like you're an asshole, this, that, the other thing. So goes to the next day, she goes to pick him up, and yo, he's beat up. They beat the shit out of him. Like kicked him out of the business, told him he's done. That's it. We can't trust you. You let an outsider in, compromise the whole operation. He's like, oh, fuck that. This is so bullshit. You know what we're going to do? If we're partners, he's telling this to Emily, if we're partners, then I'm going to rob them. They kicked me out, but I did all the hard work. We're going to go to the warehouse. We're going to get all the money. We're going to rob them. And I'm going to go buy that apartment building. And I'm going to, like all his fucking dreams going to come true through this robbery. So he gets there and she's like, well, I'm in it with you. And he goes, no, you can't be a part of this. You've already got problems. You already got felony charges if we get caught. And she's like, no. She goes, let me tell you something. So that's when she gets into the backstory about how she got charged, the felony charge of aggravated assault. She was like, I was in a toxic relationship and things got nasty and things got physical. And I beat the shit out of this guy, out of her boyfriend. And she's, you know, my one regret was? Is that I didn't go far enough. And that right there, the audience, and even Theo Rossi, who's Lebanese, was just like, whoa, hold on, wait. You got a felony charge. Like, you fucked up your boyfriend so bad, he felt it necessary to document it with the police. Like, I need a report. Please take photos. She beat the shit out of me. And you just said that your only regret is that you didn't go far enough? Like, so you're mad that you didn't level up to attempted murder? Like, how far were you planning on taking this shit? So anyway, but that plants the seed right there. So they go to rob the cousin, right? They get there, the fucking thing's wiped out. Dude closed up shop, took all the shit, fuck out of there, right? He was leaving no trace behind. Took all the money and everything. They had like a business credit card, canceled the cards, wiped out this dude's bank accounts. So Theo Hadidi was like, "Oh fuck, I got nothing. I've got nothing." Yes, she said, "No, you got nothing." No, they wiped you the fuck out. He's like, "That's it." So he starts getting mad. He's like, "What am I going to do? Oh, I got nothing." So she said, "Whoa, whoa." She goes, "Touch, fuck. What do you mean you got me? I'm your partner. We get all that shit back." He says, "But they robbed me before I was able to rob them." She says, "But we know where they are. We know what they got. We're gonna go catch them." Now, before all this happens, or I'm sorry, not before all this happens, while they're making this plan, her friend who just got back from Peru sets up an interview for her with her boss, her bestie. Oh my God, she loves me so much. Just let me come back from the trip and then I can put in the good word for you. And she does, right? She gets to the interview, she scores it. So this is an opportunity to break out of the criminal world and finally follow her passion in the art world. She goes to the interview. Gina Gershon's cameo with her fucking her Botox lips. She looked like fucking Daffy Duck. And she's like, "Oh, this is a very competitive industry. Everybody wants this job. So you're gonna start out as an intern for 6 to 9 months." And then Emily, Aubrey Plaza's character, is sitting there, right? And remember, the movie started with her in an interview, just listening, but she had at that time she had no option, so she was a different girl. She was like, "Sure, yes," until she got insulted. Here, you just see in her face, she's like, "Intern for 6 to 9 months? I got bills. How am I supposed to live?" And you see it rattling in her brain, and she is on the tip of her tongue, right? But she's trying to hold it in. But you already see, like, the first interview she had in the beginning of the film, she didn't have options. Now she's got options because she's a criminal. She's Emily the criminal. So finally, she just fucking lets loose on Gina Gershon. She goes, "I'm sorry. Hey, let me cut you off a second. Did you say what does this pay? You said this doesn't pay." She goes, "Look, sweetheart, this is a very competitive industry. I mean, you got to prove yourself. You got to claw your way to the top. It's not easy. People would kill for this spot." She goes, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, no, no. I get all that. That's great. I would love to suck your asshole, but you telling me no money, 6 to 9 months, like not even get. What the fuck am I supposed to live on, sweetheart? You get it? No, no, no. You don't fucking get it. I got nothing to lose. Fuck you. Fuck this place. Fuck this industry. I don't need it. Let me go back to credit card scamming." Throws all that shit away. Now she's a full-time criminal, right? She's still delivering food, right? As a matter of fact, she goes to the job. They're like, "You over here on your day off?" She's like, "Yo, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I took something." But meanwhile, she's taking shit. Like she took one of the bags, a delivery bag. She took a little tin. She took zip ties. So the plan was that she's taking that thing like she's doing a delivery. And she's going to the cousin's house, and he's got a bunch of goons in there. She rings the doorbell. Ding dong. Guy comes out. Delivery. I didn't order nothing. It says look, it's here. I got the food. That zaps him, puts him in the fucking trunk of the car. They get access to the house. Two more goons in there. They send them the goons a text message from the guy they just zapped. They took his phone. "Oh shit, got carjacked. Yo, pick me up." Two goons watching soccer, like, "All right, we gotta go. This fucking asshole got carjacked." They end up leaving. After they do that, they go upstairs to where the cousin's supposed to be. He's supposed to be in the shower. Shower's on. Dude's not in there. He fucking cracks Theo Hadidi in the back of the head. Blah! Fractures his fucking skull. She comes out with the blade. Slices it right there, the thing. So you remember what she said earlier, right? She's like, "Yo, like I beat the shit out that guy and I want to level up to attempted murder." Bing! Jackpot! There it is. There's your charge, bitch. Where's the money? Where's the fucking money? Or I'll cut your throat next. Oh shit! Now we're on armed robbery too. Money's in the fridge. So she goes fridge, gets the money. Theo's fucked up. She picks him up, throws him in the car, tosses the cousin the fucking phone. Here, call an ambulance. Dude also called the cops. He's like, "Yo, bitch just came here and shivved me and then robbed me blind." Fucking Theo's all messed up in the car, his head split open. She's like, I can't be a fugitive and be carrying this fucking dude. Sorry, Theo. I wish you the best of luck. Ghost Theo. They probably died in the car from blunt trauma to the head, fractured skull. Takes the money, jets the fuck out of there. She's really Emily the criminal. You see the cops that go, like, she has some like Asian roommates. They go, SWAT team comes. They're searching for her. She's on the run. Place is cleared out. Fades to black. Comes back up. She's in like in South America, which she had already said before. If I had money, I travel the world. I go to South America. I've always wanted to live in a different country for like a year. Now, bitch, it's permanent, right? Because you're on the run. You're a fugitive. But you got all this money. And I'm sure that the currency exchange rate over there is cheaper. So she does. So she's down there, right? She's chilling at the beach. She's having dinner and all this other stuff. But you're wondering, is she just living off the money? Nah. She fucking walks into a warehouse. And there's people who need money sitting there. And then she starts talking Spanish, but like horrible, chopped up Spanish. Hola, yo soy Emily. No somos, vamos a hacer credit card fraud. Esto es illegal. Pero quiero hacer 200 pesos? 200 pesos? Would you? She's giving word for word this speech in Spanish to the South Americans that Theo Hadidi gave to her when she started. So she basically set up shop in South America. She's teaching them how to do credit card fraud, and the movie comes full circle. And that's how it ends. Good flick, man. I dug it. Like scale 1 to 10, I say 6.5, 7. 7 seems too high, but again, it had tension. It kept me engaged. I thought fucking Aubrey Plaza was dope in it. I thought it was a stretch. Like she wasn't she was slutty for a moment. You can't have a movie with Aubrey Plaza without her being a little slutty. But she did it for a little bit, but she showed her range and act. Yo, there were a lot of scenes in there where you just saw her transition. They kept the camera on her. They showed her transition. And like I said, it was a little bit of a thriller. You know, you're always thinking she's going to get caught. What's she going to do next? You see her become this desperate person and becoming this criminal. Yeah, it was good. But like I said, it feels like an Amazon Prime original movie. So, like, I'm not telling you not to rush out to the theaters. I mean, if that's your thing, go fucking do your thing. Go support independent cinema. But yeah, it's you know, you could wait for it. Comes up on a streaming service, get it at Redbox like that. It's worth a check if you got nothing else to do. I'm not saying go out of your way and check it out, but fuck, you know, you could do worse. But yeah, that's it. Emily the Criminal. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a solid score. Check it out. And I'm going to wrap it up here with the Midnight Hustle podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at DieHard Derek G. Might change that a little bit. Haven't decided yet. I got to see what's available. But I might change it. But for right now, follow me at DieHard Derek G and at Midnight Hustles with an S, which I got to change that too. That's a little... I just got promotional materials, so it's like, if I change that, I gotta change a lot of shit. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, what's most important right now is I need you to subscribe below. Hit that red button, man. That shit is free. All right, it helps me out because I'm trying to build this thing up over here, and I need those subscriptions. So make sure you do that. Also, make sure you like the video if you did like it. If you don't, then don't. But comment. You know, tell if you saw Emily the Criminal. Tell me what you thought about it. If you like Aubrey Plaza, tell me talk about it in the comments. If you want to talk about Theo Rossi, do it in the comments. If you want to take your guesses on who my celebrity encounter was almost with, do it in the comments. If you want to put your Celebrity Spank Bank, put it in the fucking comments. Male or female, I don't give a fuck. I'm good. Give us something to talk about, man. I'll engage right back. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm DieHard Derek Gordon. This is the Midnight Hustle podcast. Can you dig it? We're out.
Can you dig it?